flying colors. That was a big assignment for you. And man, did you look good? How you feeling?
Oh man, I feel $1 million, man. Honestly, feel great. Super happy to like I said earlier in the week, to test myself. So I'm happy that I got in there and I proved to myself that I am the fighter that is world class. So I'm happy to finally achieve that, and unfortunately that puts the rest of the world on notice now, because now I know that I'm world class. So all these other fighters out there, you better watch out, because there's a whole new Spartan coming for all of you. So just putting everyone on notice.
You did exactly that, man. You came in and you put the pressure on him early, and you even dropped the Wushu champion in the second round. You really looked sharp tonight, but you had to dig deep. It looked like you were starting to fade a little bit in the third round, and Folayang came back at you, but you got that late takedown in the third. Was that your game plan, to take him down, put the pressure on him?
Look, man, my game plan is always just to go in there and fight, man, and put on performance in any area that it comes to. If it's going to stand, it's going to stand. If it's going to the ground, it's going to go to the ground. You know what I mean? And I felt like I did that. I took him on in his area. I felt like I beat it. Well, I beat him in his area. I beat him on the ground. And I was just happy with my performance to go 15 minutes with a dangerous two-time world champion, and prove, like I said to myself, that I can take these guys on. And I won't lie, I did feel a bit of fatigue going into that later round. I'm not gonna lie, I think I ate too much, man, and it bared on me. So but it's all good. I won, so that's all that matters.
Man, after that performance, I'm sure you got a close eye on the lightweight top 5. Any names you're eyeing?
I want Peter Bouse. I need my own back. And I need that back. I'm a competitive guy, man, and that's just me. So Peter, I'm coming for you. I want my own back, and then anyone else in that top 5 who wants to get it, they can get it too. So
calling you shots. We got questions here from Amy Kaplan of Fansided. I just asked you that question. She asked, who do you want to fight next? And you called out Peter Boyce. We're going to move on to the next question. Here from Conan Daly. How would you describe Edward's performance tonight?
You know what it was, man? He's a veteran. That's what it was, man. I won't lie. I felt early on I had him, and I was dominating him. And as Edward does, man, he's a warrior and he's a veteran, man. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I see that little flare in his eye in that last 2 minutes. I was like, he's coming to get this, man. And that's why I respect him, and I'm a fan of him, and I really like him as a fighter, man, because when his back was against the wall, he wasn't backing down. He's like, I'm going to fight this guy to the end. And that's why, like, I got so much respect, and I was so happy to get in there with him and beat him. So, I'm really happy with it. But,
Next question here from Ivan of Dugout Philippines. What can you say about Edward's resilience?
It's legendary. And just like his career, man, it's legendary. He's a warrior. The whole team, look, honestly, like, I'm not trying to be, man, I've always been a fan of those guys, man. And, now after fighting them, I would love to go to Team Lakai and train with them and just see how they live, man. I really do. I admire people like that. I do. I love that warrior mentality, that old school. And I've been a big fan of them for a very long time. And like I said, a fan of Edward and the whole team. So, his resilience is legendary, and that's why he will go down as a legend.
Man, those hills of Baguio are infamous for being one of the most beautiful. If you ever get out there, you got to make a video or something.
Oh, for sure.
Next question here from Cage Side Press, Jay Anderson and Bong Lazada. What does a win over a fighter with Edward's history in one championship mean to you?
It means the world, man. I come from a little city called Adelaide, man, and I bet you none of you people have ever heard of where I come from. And to fight in front of millions of people from over 150 countries on the world's biggest martial artist stage, man, is honestly against arguably one of the greatest of our division. Honestly, like it's almost like I honestly, without being too, it's like Rocky, man. I feel like Rocky Balboa, man. I really do. The real life Italian stallion. It's a dream, and I'm making it come true.
Could be the next generation Rocky.
That's it, man. That was the dream.
Another question here from Matthew Scott. Where do you think this win puts you in this division? How important was it training with Ongla and Martin, and how has that added to your game?
Oh, massively, man. You know, like a lot of people, obviously, even friends and family. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a very honest, straight person, man. Friends and family, they were worried about me, man. My dad, my dad couldn't even talk to me for the last 6 weeks. He was so nervous, and you know, like I said, I come from a small city in Adelaide, and then to see a guy like Edward and me fight is it's unheard of. You can't do that, and they're thinking there's just no way you can beat this guy. And I knew that a lot of people were thinking that, and I also knew a lot of media. I know a lot of people won championship fans. A lot of people, even people who were at the venue tonight, were looking at me thinking, "This kid ain't got a chance. Who are you?" And it's fine, man, because I know who I am. I know who I am. I know what I got. I know what I can do. And you know what I mean. And it's a credit to my team at Sanford. You know, like Edward is a legend, yeah, man, but you know, like people don't understand what we got going down at Sanford. We got not only names that you could rattle off for days, but we got an attitude out there that is world class. That's what makes us world class is our attitude, and it comes from our coaches, you know, and then it streams down through our fighters, and then it shows in our performances.
Yeah, you could really see that pressure style, heavy hands going forward really show out tonight. Next question here from SG Strike Sports. How do you feel hearing fans again in the stadium cheering after your fight?
I've got to say, man, it was pretty cool. I had a few people. It went back into my corner. I think it was after the second, and I could hear a couple of people yelling out, "Aussie, Aussie, Aussie, oi, oi, oi!" And I was like, "Oh, man, wow!" Like I've actually got people here supporting me in my corner today. So there's people here for you. So yeah, it was cool, man, to have the crowd back, and that's on it. Hey, not everyone, but that's what we do it for, man. We're entertainers. We're here to put on a show for the world, and you know it does suck that there's not massive numbers in there because you know it drives us, man. It's what you know. As you know, you're a fighter, man. There's nothing better than that crowd, you know. And yeah, so it's disappointing not having them there, but at the end of the day, it's also great that we got to have a scrap tonight. So that was good.
Was there any part of Edward's game that surprised you?
No, honestly, no, because you know I go no disrespect to him, but going into this fight, I know. Like I said, I've watched Edward for a long time, and I've studied him. I studied him through Martin. Martin gave me advice on him. I've watched him and watched him and watched him, and that's what I said to you earlier this week. That's what changed about me. You know, I come from the Australian scene, and you could watch tape for maybe an hour, and you know what the guy's going to do. But you can't do that at the world class level. And I made that mistake with Peter. I made a lot of mistakes with Peter in that preparation, and I paid for it. And I wasn't going to do it again. And I said that I was going to prove that I can be better than that. And I knew coming in, I literally knew everything that Edward was going to do. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's a fight you never do. Now, he nearly caught me with a guillotine. I'll give him that, man. Like I don't even know how he even set that up. Like he did. I had his legs easily controlled, but man, the guy's got some strong grips on him. I'll give him that.
You look like you secured a Darce choke in the second round. How close do you think you were to finishing that one?
Oh, man, I fell to the wrong side, and I reckon if I fell to that right side, I would have definitely got him. It was deep, man. But that's another thing with Edward. As you've seen in his career, man, when he gets a submission put on him, he fights like an animal. So, yeah, it was close, but, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get it.
A question here from Kevin Estrada of Burn Sport, Philippines. Apart from Baust, is there any other fighter that you want to fight? Christian Lee just 1 minute ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Of course, man. Like Christian Lee's the champ. Like he's got that thing that we all want, that world. Of course, man. He's a guy. Like I said, it's not that you know what I mean. I want to fight Peter. I just want my own back, and you know I'd love to get it back. And like I said, man, anyone in that top five, and as you've seen in my career so far, and, you know, one championship don't give me no easy fights, man. I got to fight the best of the best, and which to me, like I said earlier, some people see it as throwing me to the wolves. I say, hey, man, they're giving me every opportunity to become a superstar, and tonight. A superstar was born, and I swear by those words. So, you know, Chatri, get ready, man, because you just got yourself a new superstar.
That's exactly what it is, man. Big opportunity for you, and you just proved that you belong with the elite in the lightweight division.
Thank you.
Your hands look really good tonight. Was that something that you really worked hard on?
Yeah, I've got to say, man, a shout out to my guy Chuck back in Florida. He's been working a lot with me, Uncle Chuck, I call him. Man, he worked on my jab, worked a lot on my hands, and I'm super excited to get back there with him and keep progressing and getting better. Obviously, Henry and all the other guys down there, Dimitri and my cornerman Marquez. They have much work into me, man. These guys, and we're a team. Like as much as we're a team down there, we're a very busy team. Our schedule's stacked, but we still make time for each other to improve one another. So there's so many guys, so many names that I could rattle off all day. But yeah, Chuck's definitely one of those names, man. Shout out to Uncle Chuck, man. I appreciate all his help and he really cushioned up my hands, and that's I think what was the difference in this fight.
What about that spinning kick as well? We saw that attempt at a spinning kick in the second or third round. Had to throw it out there.
Yeah, you know what? My cornerman said to me when I did it, he said to me, keep it, as Henry says, keep it simple, Tony. 1-2 down the line. But in my head, I dreamed big, man. I'm not going to lie. And I thought, if I can catch him with his own move, that'd be pretty cool. So I went for it, but unfortunately, I didn't get it.
You did catch him with a flying knee in the first round.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't even expect that myself. I threw it. I was like, oh yeah, that was cool. But that's me, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an honest guy, man. Like I just go in there and have fun, man, and have a scrap. And I threw a flying knee and it landed. I thought, oh, that was fun. That was cool. So yeah, man. Like I said, I'm ready for everything and anything. And like grappling, you want to throw knees, you want to go elbows, you want to do some acrobats. Yeah, I'm down, man. Let's just have a scrap.
Man, you were able to control that top position really well as well. Once you got him down, good head pressure, keeping his chin tight. Every time you tried to post up, you took away that post stand as well. You looked like you were very well prepared on the ground as well. Is there any coach that you want to shout out?
Yeah, shout out to Marquez, man. We spoke about that heaps in the that was my cornerman, Marquez Jackson. Watch out for him. He's going to be going big on the scene soon. It is my corner tonight, and that was the thing that he really worked on. He said, Tony, when we hit the deck, straight for that arm. Let's capture and respect to him for that's why I had him there, and it was a big difference tonight for me having him there. Kept me calm. He gave me great, clear advice, and yeah, so that was the shout out to him for sure.
Last question here. What are your plans after this? Are you flying home to Adelaide, or are you going back to the US? I
wish I could go back to the US, man, and continue training and live my life. But unfortunately, I go back to Australia. And unfortunately, I'll be stuck in a room for 2 weeks. So luckily, so I got some healing up to do. But yeah, back to Australia. I'm going to spend it with my friends and my family. I promised myself and my dad that I was going to win him that 1SC medallion. So I got to get home. I got to give him that. And just be with my friends and my family, man. Who really, honestly, those people are the ones that I do it for, man. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve for those people, and it was hard this week. I had to make a lot of big calls in this camp, and to leave them behind is hard. And then I totally blocked everyone else for the last 3-4 days, and it was hard. I really missed having contact with those people and talking to them every day. But it's something I had to do, and that's from Martin and Ung, and I watched them how they prepared like champions. So I took that advice from them and I did the same, and I really believe it was the difference. And that's why I said to you, I'm coming out now as a world. This is my coming out party as a world class, fighter. I'm no longer just a kid from Adelaide who got a chance. I'm a kid from Adelaide who's gonna, make a run at like I said, the biggest stage in martial arts, and I want to prove that anything is possible, man. Because if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Man, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you. Good news is you get to go home now after the 2 weeks, and you get to see your family and all of them. Excited for your future, man. Thank you for your time.